This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To our new passengers, we welcome you aboard our Highway in the Sky and hope you've enjoyed the Magic Kingdom.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And the Holidaython 2014 is continuing.
Woohoo!
This is outstanding. This is a lot of fun.
This is fantastic.
I think I'm pacing myself better.
We've had a lot of positive reaction to the Holidaython 2014.
We have.
A lot of people looking for it.
I just hope they don't think we can keep this pace up for like all year long. My goodness.
We'll be on hiatus till July. Just letting you know. So, Tim, we are winding down 2014.
Hard to believe.
Already.
Once Halloween hits, the rest of the year just speeds on by.
Yes, and the biggest surprise of 2014 is that I'm still here. My high school guidance counselor would have never guessed.
No.
But Disney, we're going to talk about 2014 in Disney.
Yes.
Kind of a review, if you will.
A year in review show.
Year in review.
Because you got to look back before you look forward.
But before we start, can I real quick say, had the Joffrey's Holiday or Winter Wonderland blend.
And?
Oh my.
Was that your Christmas coffee this year?
It was, and my wife says it is now her favorite.
Oh.
So a little shout out to Joffrey's, our sponsor. Fantastic.
I hope you can get that year round. You might want to get a couple bags before.
Absolutely. We've been drinking it ever
It goes
since
into the
Christmas.
vault. Does it go into the Joffrey's vault?
They might have a vault. We'll have to ask Chris about that. That's awesome.
I'll say on Christmas, I went to, not old school, but one of my recent favorites is the French silk pie.
Yeah, you have been raving about
it.
Oh.
Yes, it's a...
You okay? You need
a
minute?
bit. I need another cup of coffee. I just finished up what I had.
Well, we will have to get Chris on to make some announcements. We got some announcements coming from Joffrey's, too, in 2015. But
Very
we're
excited.
talking 2014 now.
We're looking back.
So, usually Disney has their events, their special things that they call each year.
Yes.
We in 2013 we had the Limited Time Magic.
Limited Time Magic. Wait, Year of a Million Dreams was one of the best.
I love that one. This year, I believe it was Year of a Million Walls.
I thought you were going to say something like a Frozen Spectacular.
No, they really didn't have a promotion this year.
They didn't.
No promotion. Other than what I think they should pick up on your idea.
Everyone should.
And call it the...
I don't know what did I say? What did I say that was so brilliant?
The Disney Renaissance.
Well, we're a year or so out. Remember, Renaissance is not just 1 year. It is beginning. Now,
right.
I've not seen it, and I'm not going to comment on the new Polynesian lobby yet. I think it's something I have to experience in person.
Right.
I'm not going to go by the pictures.
Right.
But I think that might be the trigger point for the Renaissance, the Disney Renaissance.
I like. They went old school on the name.
They did.
And,
Polynesian Village Resort. I love it.
I do love that. And but walls everywhere.
There are a lot of walls.
Walls everywhere at Walt Disney World.
Bob Collar, we need to tear down these walls.
I would love to. I want to see something. When we were down there, downtown Disney was all walled up, and the Polynesian, of course, was all walled up. So, looking forward to May when I get down there to check that out. So, but just kind of going over some of the things that I came across for 2014. In January, the Celebrate a Dreams Come True parade had its final performance.
We all shed a little tear.
Yeah.
A little one.
Yeah, one was bad. Also in January, Camp Mini Mickey closed to make way for Avatar.
Starting to clear the way.
Clearing the way.
Steamrollers coming through.
And the walls went up.
They're hitting it like a rainforest over there. Sorry.
I don't even want to know what that means. I'm not even going to... In Tokyo Disney Sea, Sweet Duffy begins. Don't know what that is. Anybody
Sweet Duffy?
Sweet Duffy.
I think it's a roll. It's like It's like a honey roll with honey butter.
It's food.
Well, I was right.
How can that begin? How does food begin?
With the egg. I don't know.
Which came first?
Disney came first.
All right.
They invented the animatronic egg. But I will say, I've heard great things about Disney Sea. I would love to make a trek.
Gotta do
to see this Disney Sea.
I'm willing to go if you're willing to pay. Let's go.
I'm willing to go if you're willing to pay. And we all know Bob won't pay.
I'm cheap.
That's why you won't pay.
There you go. Changes were made to My Friend Duffy also at Tokyo Disney Sea. A new version of My Friend Duffy started, I just said that, at Cape Cod Cook-Off at Tokyo Disney Sea. I don't know what that is.
How do you cook Duffy?
You're making him a sweet Duffy.
Well, sweet Duffy, you probably have a little savory, maybe nice little thin slices.
Little Joffrey's coffee.
Maybe a coffee glaze on there would be good.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's see. The Festival of Fantasy Parade debuted in the Magic Kingdom this year.
That's a huge one. People are loving that parade.
People love that parade.
The word of the year, by the way, involving the parade, steampunk. Everywhere I heard, everyone was saying the word steampunk.
That's the new thing.
That was it.
Everybody's loving steampunk. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I thought it was a band from the UK in the early 80s.
Yeah, maybe. The big thing that happened in 2014 was back in May at Walt Disney World.
Okay.
The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train officially opened.
I tell you, some people thought this was going to be like a major thrill ride.
Right.
And I think we tried to warn people. It's not going to be a huge thrill ride. It's going to be something the whole family can enjoy.
Right.
And I think that's now I've not ridden it, but I've seen lots of, I saw it, I didn't ride it. It appeared to be kind of what we thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. It is
Tell us about it.
It is a fun little ride.
Mm-hmm.
The animatronics, the theming of it is just incredibly beautiful and wonderful. Short. It's a very short ride, though. Almost reminds me, it's a little bit longer than Goofy's Barnstormer ride, roller coaster. Not as jerky as that, but a little shorter than I would have liked. I would have liked to seen something a little bit longer ride. But what are you going to do? They're limited in space over there,
right?
And they wanted to make the new Fantasyland expansion spectacular, and
it's a non-terrorizing roller coaster. I'm not a big fan of those 90-degree drops.
Oh, it's fantastic! Little kids will love it. Absolutely love it. So that was the big thing. Mickey's Jam and Jungle Parade had its final performance at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So there was that.
There is that. It was too hot for them to perform, I think, is what it was.
Ending, I noticed.
Well, again, we said
making
Renaissance.
You
got to start new stuff. You have to stop some old stuff.
Right. The American Idol experience closes.
Yeah, never.
At the studio.
Never did anything for me, to be honest.
It was okay. It was all right. Now, another, not for us for the most part, but our pals over in the UK and Europe, the Ratatouille ride. I mean, that's all you can. I guess
it's supposed to be like brand new technology.
It's got a lot of words in it that are in French that I can't read. So that opened officially. The studio backlot tour closes.
Yes.
Yet another closure. And this is the one that hurt the most, I think.
Uh-oh.
We all know Maelstrom closes.
Yeah.
To make room for Frozen.
That was kind of out of the blue a little bit.
That one hurt. That one hurt really bad.
One of the reasons I think that hurt so bad, it was so original because it didn't have, as far as I can remember, any refurbs at all.
Oh, no.
It was the same as when it closed as the day it opened up.
Right.
So
it was one of those classic Epcot rides that everybody looked forward to.
Yes,
because there aren't a lot of rides in World Showcase, so
yeah,
that was pretty much it.
Yep.
Other than over in Mexico. So Phineas and Ferb's Rockin' Rollin' Dance Party.
Woo!
In Disney's California Adventure out there on the West Coast that had its final performance.
Yeah.
The Legend of Captain Jack Sparrow closed at Disney Hollywood Studios, which I told you about that.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Right.
It was fun for the kids to do. And that is just about it. As far as the new stuff, the things that happened in Disney, at least the parks-wise, in 2014. Now, we had some pretty cool movies that came out.
Yeah, we did.
Maleficent came out, which was fantastic. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who thought that was going to be as huge as it was?
Blew up.
I was shocked when that did as well as it did.
Big Hero 6 is doing great.
Yeah.
Muppets Most Wanted did fairly well.
I do all right.
And there was a small independent film that did okay. Captain America: Winter Soldier. That seemed to do okay.
Yeah. Remember something about that.
Billions of dollars or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Filmed in Cleveland.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
Just watched that the other night, as a matter of fact. So.
We can hang our hat on something.
Yeah. So I mean that's 2014 in a nutshell. Again, you and I both witnessed. It was actually kind of a big year for us here at Resort Loop because we both ended up going to the parks this year, which doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't. It was a fun year.
Fun year. Unfortunately, our timing, we weren't there at the same exact time, but we both got to experience the park, Walt Disney World, in the same year. Wonderful that we were able to strike a deal with our good pals Joffrey's.
Oh,
Coffee and Tea Company.
Oh,
love those guys over there, and Chris DeMezzo and everyone over there.
It's been fantastic.
So we have had a wonderful year. Disney, again, continuing that renaissance that you talked about.
This is going to be like a big transition year. A lot of things are closing. A lot of things are just in a state of flux while they decide exactly what they're going to do. I'm sure they don't know exactly what they're going to do in a lot of things yet. I'm sure they got like 3 or 4 plans for each section of the park.
Right.
But they gotta, you gotta start somewhere.
So, the moral of this story now is going to be, with what you just said, make sure if you're making that trip down there, check for any of the closures that are going to be happening while you're going to be down there.
Yes.
Because there's going to be a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on down there. There's going to be some stuff opening it up, and we're going to have our future show, the 2015 show, coming up.
I'm excited about that one.
To talk about what to look forward to in 2015
and beyond.
And beyond.
Well, you never know. It sounded good.
We'll see. We'll see how 2015 pans out, but 2014, kind of a like you said, a transition time that Disney's really working hard at getting getting the parks updated and looking at new stuff. It's going to be very exciting.
I love the fact that there's attacking all the theme parks.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot argue with the amount of construction going on over there right now.
Exactly. And look at the decades that we went with nothing new.
Exactly.
When they announced that they were going to do the new Fantasyland expansion, everyone went crazy because it was the first thing that happened at Walt Disney World in years, decades.
Exactly, especially in the Magic Kingdom. Before that, what was the last thing in the Magic Kingdom that was huge? Was it Pooh? Going in, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. The closure of 20,000 Leagues and that Pooh playground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been. That might be it. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been a while. It's been much needed that they have to start somewhere, and it looks like 2014 was the year. Looking very much forward to the whole Downtown Disney as well.
I know. I keep wanting to bring up things, but actually, what I'm thinking about will actually fit in the 2015 and beyond show.
So that We don't have a whole lot of information yet on what's coming up, but we're going to have it for the next show.
And we're going to do some speculation. That's my favorite thing.
I love speculating. I think you're going to finally pay me in 2015.
I'm hoping to. I know to pay him in coffee, and that usually kind of works.
That'll shut me up. You know it. Give me some of that French silk. I'll be all right with that.
Oh, you're going to have to try it.
But 2014, I think a fairly good year. Disney did very well. Their stocks are through the roof. A few things opening up worldwide, but for the most part, a lot of changes.
Yep.
A lot of changes. So, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That is all I have.
That's all you have?
Well, 2014 is almost over.
It is.
How much more can I talk about?
Exactly. We have to start gearing up for the 2015 show, which I'm very excited about.
Very excited.
This is awesome. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter at ResortLoopTim. You can find me on Facebook at Tim ResortLoop Scott. Thanks to the Mark Zuckerberg over there.
Too many names.
I know. I need to get off an email or something.
I am Resort Bob on the Twitter and Instagram and still on Facebook. And
look, they're coming for you.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook /Resort Loop. Like us over there if you would. That would be wonderful. And rate us on iTunes.
Drop off a review if you're there.
Absolutely. Hey, how about our voicemail? Since we're winding down Holidaython, we want some voicemails coming in.
Area code 414.
WDW.
Loop. That reaches right to us. Everybody, thank you for joining us for this Holidaython. It will continue. But right now, this has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And the Loopathon continues.
The Holidaython. You're changing the name of it
let's
now?
start that over. Yeah, I keep wanting to call it a Loopathon.
We're not starting anything over. This is an edit-free Holidaython 2014.
We're starting over. Oh.
There are those who see Norway's spirit veil in a land of forests and mystery, where trolls still prowl the water's edge.